Welcome back to Offside Talk Podcast. We've got a truly global edition today, covering the hottest stories in football from the past 48 hours. Transfers, big moves, emotional returns, everything is happening.
Let's kick it off with Timothy Weah. He's rejected Nottingham Forest and is now in advanced talks with Juventus and Marseille. The fee is around 15 million euros. A potential reunion with Rabiot at Juve or working under De Zerbi at Marseille. Either way, this is big for American football fans.
Absolutely. Weah's versatility makes him attractive to both clubs. He can play as a winger, a second striker, or even as a wingback. This move could define his career trajectory in Europe and inspire so many young American players.
Then we've got Chelsea confirming Jamie Gittens from Dortmund for about £52 million. He becomes their 7th summer signing. Chelsea clearly aren't messing around this window.
Gittens is such an exciting prospect. His pace, flair, and confidence on the ball could transform Chelsea's attacking options. He brings that youthful spark they've missed since Hazard's departure.
Meanwhile, Noni Madueke has reportedly agreed personal terms with Arsenal. This is huge because Arsenal are also pushing hard for Gyökeres and just announced Zubimendi. Arteta's building a squad capable of challenging on all fronts.
Madueke offers something different. He's a direct winger, strong in one-on-ones, and has that unpredictable style. With Zubimendi in midfield and Gyökeres up front, Arsenal could become an absolute nightmare to defend against.
Speaking of strikers, Manchester United are considering re-signing Dominic Calvert-Lewin on a free. It feels a bit nostalgic, but also a practical move given their need for depth in the current market prices.
True. Calvert-Lewin is experienced in the Premier League and offers a physical presence United have been missing. Even if he doesn't start every game, he could be a smart squad option.
Over in Germany, Bayern had a rough time, knocked out of the Club World Cup by PSG, 2-0. To make it worse, Jamal Musiala might be injured. On top of that, their interest in Mitoma, Wirtz, and Diaz seems to have stalled.
That's a big blow. Bayern fans must be concerned. Musiala is such a crucial player, and missing out on those transfer targets could really hurt them in the coming season. It feels like they're in a bit of a transition phase.
Meanwhile, Rangers are eyeing Brazilian winger Wesley Pitati after pausing talks with Dor Turgamon. Pitati is known as the Brazilian magician. What a nickname.
Love it. Rangers want to add flair and unpredictability. Pitati could be a perfect fit to excite the fans and add that South American spark. And he might only cost around £8.6 million, which is a steal if he lives up to the hype. It's impressive. Zubimendi's intelligence and positioning will free up their creative players and give them a stronger spine. Arsenal aren't just buying names. They're buying pieces to fit a clear vision.
And then we have Jonathan David's big move. He's joined Juventus from Lille, becoming the first Canadian male player at the club, a 5-year deal, and he's already got fans excited.
This move is so important for Canadian football. Jonathan David has been outstanding for Lille, and moving to a giant like Juventus is a huge step up. He can play as a lone striker or link up as a second forward, giving Juve tactical flexibility.
Absolutely. And considering Juventus needed fresh energy up front, David's movement and finishing will be key. He's young, but mature beyond his years, and he's got that instinct for goal.
Speaking of big clubs, Real Madrid have shut down the idea of bringing in Nico Williams. Jude Bellingham even came out and said they're focused on the Club World Cup and aren't thinking about Williams anymore.
That's right. Williams re-signed with Athletic Bilbao, which shows loyalty that's rare these days. Real Madrid focusing on their current squad is a smart move. Stability might be exactly what they need.
And the final headline is massive. Trent Alexander-Arnold joining Real Madrid for around 6 to 10 million euro. What a twist. He's already debuted in the Club World Cup and even provided an assist.
Unreal. From being a Liverpool legend to wearing the white shirt at the Bernabeu, that's a huge cultural and emotional shift. Trent brings elite passing and creativity, and Real fans will love his style.
His ability to drift into midfield and dictate play could change Real's dynamics completely. Imagine him linking up with Vinicius and Bellingham. It's a scary thought for any opponent.
This summer's window feels like a Netflix series. Plot twists, emotional returns, new heroes, and unexpected exits. Every move feels like it carries so much more than just football value.
Absolutely. Whether it's Weah potentially moving to Juventus, Gittens to Chelsea, Madueke to Arsenal, or David to Juve, each story is layered with hope, risk, and ambition.
And fans are at the heart of it. These signings give supporters something to dream about, argue over, and rally behind. The transfer window isn't just business, it's theater.
Exactly. And you can feel how each club is trying to shape its identity. Arsenal are building a youthful, dynamic core. Juventus are looking for fresh energy. Real Madrid blending experience and flair. It's all so strategic.
In the next part, we'll discuss what these moves mean tactically for each club and which fan bases should be most excited or worried heading into the season. Stay tuned.
Let's start with Arsenal. With Zubimendi and Madueke joining, and Gyökeres possibly coming, they'll have so many tactical options. Arteta can finally switch between a classic 4-3-3 and a 4-2-3-1 without losing quality.
Exactly. Zubimendi's composure allows them to control tempo, Madueke adds directness, and Gyökeres would bring that physical presence up front. Their attack could become one of the most dynamic in Europe.
And if they also manage to keep Martinelli, they'll have incredible depth on the wings. That forces opponents to stretch their back lines, opening space for their midfielders to operate.
Over at Chelsea, Gittens' arrival adds serious flair and pace. He could become the missing piece to break down deep blocks, something Chelsea struggled with last season.
True. If he adapts quickly, he'll complement players like Nkunku and Sterling perfectly. Chelsea are quietly building a young, explosive team that could surprise a lot of people next season.
For Manchester United, considering Calvert-Lewin shows they're looking for a short-term fix up front, his aerial ability and link-up play can be valuable, but it's not a long-term solution.
That's right. They still need a proper, long-term number 9. Calvert-Lewin can help in the immediate future, but fans will expect a bigger signing eventually.
Juventus with Jonathan David is fascinating. He offers mobility and finishing that they've been missing. He can also play in a 2-striker system if needed, giving Allegri more options.
Exactly. David's work rate and versatility make Juve more unpredictable. Fans should be very excited about what he can bring to Serie A.
And Real Madrid. Adding Trent Alexander-Arnold is a masterstroke. His ability to invert into midfield could change the way they build up. It's a modern tactical trend that Ancelotti might fully embrace.
His chemistry with players like Vinicius Jr. and Bellingham could make them unstoppable on the break. Trent offers both defensive reliability and creative playmaking, which is rare.
For Rangers, Wesley Patati could inject some South American flair. He's raw, but has serious potential to become a fan favorite.
And Bayern, despite their struggles, still have a strong core. But missing out on targets like Wirtz and Diaz might make them rethink their transfer strategy.
Absolutely. They might need to focus on internal development or look for under-the-radar signings to keep the squad fresh. In the next part, we'll look at fan reactions and how these signings could shape the narratives for the coming season.
Let's dive into fan reactions. Arsenal fans are buzzing with excitement over Zubimendi and Madueke, and they're hopeful about Gyökeres. There's a real sense that Arteta is building something special.
Meanwhile, Chelsea fans are thrilled about Gittens. They've been craving that spark on the wing, and he could become a new fan favorite. There's a feeling of optimism they haven't had in a while.
Manchester United supporters are split. Some see Calvert-Lewin as a smart, short-term fix, while others feel it's not ambitious enough for a club of their size. It's a real talking point.
Juventus fans are ecstatic about Jonathan David. Finally, a forward who can finish chances and add pace. They believe he could be the missing piece to reclaim domestic dominance.
Real Madrid supporters are in love with Trent already. His debut assist has set the tone, and fans are dreaming of his link-up play with Bellingham and Vinicius. It feels like a perfect match.
Rangers fans are cautiously optimistic about Patati. They know he's raw, but see the potential for magic. They're excited to see what he can bring to the Scottish Premiership.
Bayern fans, on the other hand, are feeling a mix of frustration and hope. Missing out on big targets stings, but there's trust in the club's ability to bounce back and refocus.
Overall, this transfer window has created a wave of emotions. Hope, excitement, fear, and even frustration. It's what makes football so compelling.
Absolutely. Every signing is more than just a player. It's a new chapter, a new possibility. Fans get to dream again.
We can't wait to see how these moves play out on the pitch. And of course, we'll be here to break it all down, every step of the way.
Thanks for joining us for this special transfer episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment telling us which transfer excites you the most.
See you all next time on Offside Talk Podcast.
Bye, everyone.